It's now time to move on over to In Touch with Regina. Here, the beautiful hostess is Miss Loveena Gahunia from the Gahunia Group. A few weeks ago, this beautiful hostess had an interesting guest by the name of Mr. Hunter DeButts. On this set today, she has him back to look and to listen. And you know what? Listen to it carefully and you will agree with me. I say that water you drink makes you, or takes you, or breaks you.
Today we have Mr. Hunter DeButts back on the show. Welcome again.
Thank you. Thank you very much. It's nice to be back.
He is an enagic health consultant who will introduce us again to the Kangen water health system. And Mr. Hunter, could you just tell us a little bit about how you got into this system of water?
Mm-hmm. First, I'd like to thank you very much for allowing me to come back onto the show, and I hope today, by the time we finish today, we can part with a lot more information than we did the last time. I got into drinking Kangen water a couple of years ago. A friend of mine, a very good friend of mine, introduced me to Kangen water when I was sick. I was very, very sick with Lyme disease. And after suffering with Lyme disease for at least 8 years at that point, and going through all conventional means of medicine, which were availing little result, I was given alkaline water, Kangen water, by a farmer friend of mine from Clark County, which is about 35 miles west of here. And he said, Hunter, if you want to feel better, you need to get your body back into balance, and I think this water will help you do that. And I started drinking Kangen water in October of 2010, and today I'm pretty much Lyme-free. My symptoms are gone. I feel great. My energy level is just absolutely wonderful, and I thank God every day that it was introduced to me.
It was a life transformation for you?
Absolutely, absolutely.
So what can we tell our audience about the health benefits of drinking this water?
Okay, let's start by talking just a little bit about what we do and how we get to where we are. Yes. You know, that makes the water even more important than well, it's always very important, but yeah, until you absolutely need it. What we do not eat right anymore. We just don't. And as a result of that, we have become a very, very unhealthy nation. I mean, I'm going to show you charts after a while that are going to really hopefully open your eyes as to what we are doing to ourselves. And it's important that we know this. It's very important that we know this. Acidity, I believe today, is one of the causes of every chronic disease or chronic ailment that we can get. I think there's three things. According to Dr. Corinne Allen, who has an Institute for Brain Injury in Idaho, I listened to her last weekend, and Corinne said all chronic illness comes from three things. One is being dehydrated. Two is becoming too acidic. And three is inflammation. You know, cancer grows in inflammation. Everything comes out of being dehydrated. I mean, we die from dehydration. Our body is approximately 70% water. It's even higher than that when we were born. Our brain is 80% water. So it would just stand to reason that water is probably something pretty important that we need to be consuming. So if we're going to consume water, let's consume the best. And I'm going to explain that a little bit. Our body operates. Acidity or alkalinity is very, very important in the operation of our body. If our body becomes too acidic, and the blood is going, or the body is going to continue to feed minerals to the blood to keep the alkaline level at a balance, When the body becomes too acidic, it's going to draw minerals from every part of our body. And the blood content, the alkalinity of the blood is approximately 7.3, 7.4. That's as constant as your temperature. Doesn't change. That part does not change. What does change, though, if you're eating a diet that's rich in red meat, Coca-Colas, a lot of coffee, a lot of tea, other meats, potatoes, white stuff, processed sugar, processed flour, the list goes on. All of this will create more acidity in the body. Acidity, and the more acid the body becomes, in time, the sicker we're going to get. And the reason it becomes acidic is the body needs minerals. It needs the minerals, it needs calcium, it needs all kinds of minerals that are given to us from fruits, from vegetables, raw fruits, raw vegetables, the right water, the right drinks, the right diets will give you this. We don't have it today.
The Kangen water system will provide all of this.
It helps. It helps. It does help. The water coming out of the Kangen water machine has 3 characteristics, and I mentioned this last week. The first characteristic is that it's micro-clustered. What that means is it goes through the ionization process or passes over the titanium plates in that machine. It will shave a side off of the molecules, and it creates a molecule that's nearly half the size of the molecules of regular water. What that does, it enables this water to be absorbed into your body much more readily, approximately 5 times more, to be exact.
Wow.
So as you're drinking the water, it's absorbed into your body. Actually, it gets absorbed into your body before it ever hits your stomach. It gets absorbed into every nook, every cranny, every cell, and it starts pushing out all of that toxins. And cleans your cells out. Regular water does not do that very well. Coca-Cola's, you drink a Coca-Cola, you become more dehydrated by the time you finish it than you did when you started.
Yes,
you know?
Definitely.
So that's one thing about the water. The second thing about the water is the pH level. The pH level of Kangen water, drinking water, can be 8.5 in pH. 7 is neutral. Anything below 7 is acidic. Anything above 7 is alkaline. 7 is neutral. 8.5. 8.5 is 50 times more alkaline than tap water. 9 is 100 times more alkaline. And 9.5 can be 500 times more alkaline than tap water if tap water is neutral.
Wow.
Okay, so you get that alkalinity in the body, and it helps get the body back into an alkaline balance. So you've got, number one, the microclustering that actually gets the water into your system. Plus you've got the pH level that's being raised in your body to start getting your body back into that balance that it needs to be. Now, I did say the water is only a part of it. It's real important to have a healthy diet, a healthy diet of fruits, well-balanced vegetables, plenty of, omega fats. Fish is really good, chicken's good, red meats, only in moderation, that type thing. The third thing about the water that I need to talk about just real briefly is the antioxidants. Kangen water, as it comes directly out of the machine, has an antioxidant level that's approximately 20 times more antioxidant than green tea. Antioxidants is a perfect anti-inflammatory. It combats free radicals. Free radicals, they go scurrying all around the body and they actually destroy cells. Well, if you can take an antioxidant, it goes in and fills what the free radicals are looking for. It satisfies them. They don't go in and destroy your cells anymore, and you can start living a lot healthier, but more importantly, a lot more pain-free.
Wow.
So that's the water, and it's pretty good stuff, actually.
Yeah.
So
definitely something that changed your life and healed you.
It, I don't want to say that the water heals anything, and I'm not going to say that the water heals anything. What I will say, however, is that your body is a magnificent machine. And it's just like, you go out and you buy a Ferrari. You're not going to buy a Ferrari and go to Walmart and get the cheapest oil that Walmart has to offer and stick in that Ferrari, are you? You're not going to go out and buy the cheapest gas for the Ferrari. Let's say it calls for 93 octane. You're not going to put 8.87 in it because it saves you money. That machine is geared. It's a technological wonder. That machine holds nothing to the body, to our human body. Our bodies, if we give our bodies what our bodies need, I don't think there's anything that the body can't handle. I've got a good friend of mine that lives here in Reston, Virginia, Bill. I'm not going to say his last name. He'd probably get mad at me on the air if I did that. But Bill, when started drinking the water 2 years ago, Bill had prostate cancer. And it took a while for Bill to get to the point where he was feeling better. But after 4.5 months, Bill went into the hospital for his test, and that cancer was gone.
Wow.
So you can't tell me the body can't do what the body needs to do if it has the right fuel. So I think we have some charts too. So.
Yes, this was a wonderful introduction. Thank you so much, Hunter.
A little while ago, I mentioned that we had some charts that would show the different stages of acidity and some symptoms that you can expect with different chronic, or the development of certain chronic illnesses as a result of being acidic. And remember what I said about acidity. When your blood level, when your body starts becoming weaker or less alkaline because of the mineral being pulled from the body to feed the blood, and we're not replacing that mineral, you can expect a few things. In the beginning stages, how many people do you know that have severe acne? How many of us have muscle pain, dizziness, low energy, joint pain, allergies? Everybody's got allergies today. Cramping. They tell you cramping's because of a lack of one mineral or another. Cramping does come from a lack of minerals, it does, but it also comes from dehydration. Anxiety, panic attacks, bloating, heartburn, diarrhea, constipation, headaches, rapid heartbeat. These are just a few things that you can expect when your body starts, or actually you can use them as a warning, actually, when your body starts to become too acidic. I don't want to scare you, but what I'm getting ready to show you is starting to get a little more frightening. As our body becomes more acidic, when we get to the intermediate stage, we can start looking at more ailments, cold sores. That's a good one. Depression, loss of memory, loss of concentration. When I had Lyme disease, this was one of the first ones that went away. Migraine, headaches, insomnia, asthma, bronchitis, hay fever. Look at all the stuff. Bacterial infections, fungal infections, psoriasis, hives, swellings, viral infections, colds, flus. If you keep your body in an strong alkaline state, the chance of catching a cold or a flu. I haven't had a flu shot in years. I don't take flu shots, but I do drink a lot of Kangen water. And guess what? I haven't caught the flu either. But here's just a few more. Gastritis, colitis, stuttering is a symptom of being acidic. So this is the intermediate stage. We've got one stage to go. A while ago I mentioned Dr. Corinne Allen and what she said about infectious diseases, not infectious diseases, chronic diseases or chronic illnesses. That all chronic illnesses come from three things: dehydration, acidity, and inflammation. Take a look at what we have here for advanced stages of acidosis. This is when the body becomes very, very acidic. And we can look forward to Crohn's disease, schizophrenia, Learning disabilities. Learning disabilities comes from just being acidic. Very, very acidic. Hodgkin's disease, multiple sclerosis, tuberculosis, lupus, diabetes, arthritis. All forms of cancer. All forms of cancer are advanced stages of being too acidic. Folks, our alkaline level in our body is probably one, and hydration, of course, are the most important aspects that we can concentrate on today for good health. And Kangen water just does that for us.
Now we have a demonstration of the Kangen water system and its effects. Hunter, what do we have here?
Well, when I talked a little bit a while ago about acidity and alkalinity, I want to show you just a couple of examples in some drinks that we have. I can't, unfortunately, I don't have equipment to do it in foods, but in drinks we can do that. So if you take a look at our tool here, it's pH test drops. Same pH test drops that you would use in your swimming pool at home, okay? I'm going to take 4 or 5 drops and drop them in Kangen water, 9.5. Kangen water, 9.5, and put some in. These are popular brands of health water, just regular bottled water. Another popular bottled water. Regular tap water from a municipality. One of our more popular soft drinks. And another soft drink. This one's a little bit harder because it's an off-white anyway, or off-clear, but.
So what do these drops do to the different waters?
What these drops, the colors indicate, and I did come unprepared today with a color chart, but by using a color chart for pH, the color chart will show you that a deep, deep purple, like this color, is very high in alkalinity. The alkalinity level of that water, being a purple, is in the 9.5, 10-point range.
It's up there.
When you get into this one, this is one of the bottled waters, popular bottled water that we have, and you can see that it's, what color would you say
like
that is?
Green, dark green.
It's a greenish.
Greenish yellow.
This water is not one of the worst waters that you could get, but it's still acidic. It might be a 6.5. It may be close to 7, but actually, if I skip ahead a little bit, municipality water by law has to be 7. So if you compare these two waters, you can tell the municipality water at 7 is more alkaline than this.
Than the bottled water.
Than
So
the
this
bottled
is the tap water as opposed to the bottled
That's
water.
right. That's right. And it's got to be that way. You would think that they would put alkalinity in the water for your health. It's not the reason. They put alkalinity in the water to save the pipes. Okay, here's another bottled water. Kind of an orangish. Give me a color.
It's kind of like green, a little bit towards yellow-orange.
Okay, yellow-orange still. It's a below 7. I would think probably 6. But we're getting into one of the most popular
Brands of water.
I wish I could show you the brands, but I can't do that. But this is one of the most popular brands of water. What color is that?
Yellow-orange.
Yellow-orange. That would drop it down probably to a 3.5 or a 4 in alkalinity or in acidity. Tap water, we talked about that before. Soft drink.
It's almost orange-red.
That soft drink is going to be under 3 on the pH chart, pH scale.
Wow.
Remember, the pH scale runs from 0 to 7 is acidic, 7 to 14 is alkaline. Okay? This is going to be about 3. That's about a 1.5, 2 points more alkaline than battery acid. All right, then we got this one.
It's like yellow-orange.
That's almost yellow. We started out kind of yellow anyway. Now, I want to show you something. This water is the soda that we used. This water is 9.5, except I'm going to do one more thing. I'm going to fill this glass.
What are you pouring into the glass?
I'm pouring more 9.5 water. And I'm doing this for a reason. And the reason being, put a little bit more in here for effect. This is just for the effects. There you go. So we know that we've got a glass full of 9.5 water. Taking a cap. Let's watch that for a second. If we have to add a little bit more, I will, but probably not. Just watch that just for a second.
It's changing colors.
Yeah, it's changing colors. Okay, I can add a little bit more to it, or stir it up a little bit. Let me add just a little bit more here. I didn't put very much in there. Okay, now it's changing colors. What's happening? What's happening is that water 9.5 in alkalinity, which is 9.5. If tap water is 7, 9.5 is 500 times more alkaline than tap water. I've just put in about 2 capfuls of 4.5. No, I'm sorry. I've just put in 2 capfuls of a leading soda. And I'm turning that 9.5 water into an acidic blend.
Wow, that's amazing.
It is amazing. So, stir it up just a little bit, get it going. I add just a little bit more to get it good. It takes 32 glasses of 9.5 water to neutralize the acidity in one Coca-Cola, or one soft drink. Now, if we step over here and look.
So now we've got some grape tomatoes and some strawberries from the market, and I'm just going to hold this up and pour the water into an empty glass.
Okay, the one that she's pouring into the empty glass right now is strong, alkaline, strong Kangen water. Go and pour it all in there. Pour it all in. Pour every bit of the water in, yeah. Okay. And then the next one, I'll hold that while you pour the next one. The next one is regular tap water. And I don't know if you can see the difference. I'm hoping you can, to see the difference in the colors of these 2 waters. Okay, what we have done, we have removed the residue and the adhesiveness, the oil, the whatever they use to get the pesticides to stick to these vegetables. We've just removed all that. And in doing so, we've cleaned up these tomatoes. These tomatoes now, number one, are cleaner, they're fresher, they taste better, and they also will increase the shelf life of them probably another 3 or 4 days. Now,
so
with
now
strawberries,
you can tell this is a little bit discolored.
And do the other one. Strawberries, the same thing. Now, strawberries, they put a lot of chemicals on strawberries to keep the strawberries nice and beautiful. They use chemicals the same way. These chemicals have got to be water resistant. If they're water resistant, how are 3 sprayings going to wash this stuff off before it comes into the grocery store? The fact of the matter, it's not. Here's the difference in the strawberries, regular tap water and the strawberry water. Now, one thing these strawberries will do, the tomatoes will do, any vegetables will do, if you've got chlorine in your tap water, which all of us do, these vegetables will absorb the chlorine from that tap water almost instantly. So it's another reason why you probably want to pick Kangen water as a household solution. And the only thing I can say about Kangen water, to tell you the truth, is Change your water, change your life.
Thank you for tuning in today on Up Close and Personal on Salam India. I'm Loveena Gahunia, and this was Mr. Hunter DeButts. It was a pleasure having you today. Thank you so much.
It's a pleasure being here again, and indeed an honor. Thank you.
If you have any questions about the content today or the demonstration, please feel free to call GTV.